My daughter Nina asked me yesterday, driving in the truck. She says, "Hey, Daddy, can I see your voting ballot?" I'm like, "My voting ballot? The heck? I don't send you to private school. How'd you learn about this? You know?" And a voting ballot. She's like, "My teacher showed me her voting ballot, but it was on the image overhead thing, you know." And she said, "But I want to see it up close and I want to touch it and read it with myself." I'm like, "All right, I'll show you, Amy, huh?" We sat down and she goes, "Daddy, I want to ask you something." She goes, how come women used to not be able to vote?" And I was like, "Oh, that's a good question, honey." I said, "You know, all throughout history, different people have thought bad things about women. And we used to think in this country that women weren't smart enough to vote." "Why, Daddy?" "Well, because we didn't allow them to get an education. Only men. We thought the only place for women was in the home. And as awesome it is to raise kids in a home, we said, that's your only place." And she says, "Well, that's not good because women are really smart." I'm like, "That's right, baby, that's right." She goes, "But why did they think that in the first place?" I said, "Well, do you remember what happened in the garden in Genesis 3? She goes, "Yeah, the serpent came, Satan came. Who did he come to first, honey?" "Well, he came to the woman." I said, "You know something? It's Satan's scheme and agenda always throughout the generations to come after the woman, to come after the daughter's heart." I said, "Nina, because he knows how powerful the woman is, that she's made to be the glory of all creation, that she's made to be filled with power and authority, that she's made to be a bringer of life. That's why he comes after the woman." But I said, "Honey, you know something, that the gospel says this, that there is therefore now no Jew nor Greek, male nor female, slave nor free, but all are one in Christ Jesus." The gospel elevates woman to her proper identity, full of glory, full of power. I said this in my truck. I'm like, I'm just getting set off. I'm like, "That's right." Nina's eyes are getting really big. I looked at her right in the eyes. I said, "Mija, you know why? That's why Daddy is so intense and passionate about raising you and Ellie to be women of glory and power who overcome every obstacle. That's why I stay up with you and pray with you through fear and through night terrors and those things, because God made you to be powerful." She grabbed my hand, fixed her eyes on me, and she said, "Thank you, Daddy."